Gorman in the morning. Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Good Tuesday morning. I am here alongside Paul Fletcher.
I'm just happy to be upright and amongst the living again today.
Attaboy, off the bench, back in the game.
Right.
Ryder.
Please, don't make me stay home again. I want to go to school. I have to graduate in June, and I want...
Fletcher in the text line, or in the group chat last night.
You're absolutely correct. Like, I
Don't make me
hate...
stay home.
What is that, the boy in the plastic bubble?
That's what it feels like sometimes, quite honestly.
Man.
But you know what? That could have hit it more right on the head. You know, like, you think, like, when you get a day off, you think, oh, this is going to be so great. I'm just going to chill. I'm going to sleep. And then, like, halfway through the day, you're like, okay, enough of this. I want to get back to productivity and do something.
Sure.
Oh,
Even when you don't feel
open
great.
24 hours a day, man. You can get in here anytime.
Man, that's the good
Just
thing.
saying.
There's always a microphone waiting to be turned on.
Oh, sure.
Those red lights get bored during the day.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's get to it. I'm feeling Minnesota. I need some headlines, Paul.
All right. As Xcel Energy seeks to approval for a new round of rate increases, customers voiced frustration at a public hearing Monday night. The first of 9 scheduled meetings where the public can weigh in on the proposal before the Minnesota Public Utilities Commission makes its decision to approve, deny, or modify the plan. Under the proposal plan, Xcel is asking for a 9.6% increase in 25, followed by an additional 3.6% in 26. In total, the 2-year plan would raise rates 13.2% or $490 million.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Double-digit increase. That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I always expect to hear 2.6%. I don't expect to hear double digits. That seems a bit extreme. Someone should have been thinking about this 6, 7, 8, 10 years ago.
One customer said, I'm unplugging appliances, I'm turning off lights, and I use fewer kilowatt hours than I did 5 to 8 years ago, and my bill is 2 to 3 times what it was then. I'm with this person.
One of my favorite lines is, and I think about it all the time, the best time to have a great idea is 5 years ago.
100% right. That's great. Perseverance rover has uncovered compelling signs of possible ancient life on Mars in samples of reddish mudstone from the Jezero. Is that how we say it? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Crater. Okay. It's a crater on Mars, scientists said Wednesday. The rock sample, dubbed Sapphire Canyon, was collected in July 2024. It shows ring-shaped dark features and contains minerals such as vivinite and gregite on Earth, often tied to microbial activity.
Call me small-minded. Xcel's trying to jack us 13%. I don't care about Mars.
I just wanted to play a little David Bowie.
I was going to say, if they find there was life on Mars, and that means we all have mandatory Bowie listening sessions, I'm all for it.
Game
all right.
on.
I like that. That's a good perspective. Rob Halford revealed that a duet of War Pigs with Ozzy will be released soon. Sharon suggested that the idea of Ozzy singing on Priest's cover of War Pigs, the new version is awaiting legal clearance and will feature Ozzy and Halford singing alternating lines. Halford described the collaboration as colossal and a special moment in his career. The release date for the duet has not been set yet, but the artwork is being finalized and it is expected to drop pretty soon, quote unquote.
Okay.
Pretty soon.
Okay.
All right. I love Rob Halford. I love me some Priest. I love War Pigs specifically. I can do this in the studio. I can edit together the track
Yes,
where
you can.
Rob and Ozzy are singing together. Just
And
no need to wait.
I'd be willing to bet you can do it within the hour.
Yeah, probably.
Do it. We could release it before they do.
Man, no kidding. Get the jump on this.
A Texas family will welcome their first baby girl in over 100 years. A family in Texas has finally broken a 108-year-old streak. Firefighter Michael Sherman and his wife, Jaquia, I think that's how you say her name, had a gender reveal and discovered they're having a baby girl. The proud dad-to-be shares, quote, I just feel honored. We are the ones bringing the baby girl into the world. Finally, after over 100 years, it's amazing. The last girl to bear the Sherman name was Ora Bell Sherman, Michael's great-great-aunt, born in 1917. The baby is due in March, and the couple is planning to check and see if they broke a Guinness World Record.
Sure. Here's the family talking about how stoked they are.
I have been waiting on this little girl for 50-some years.
It's like a monumental thing. I have 3 boys. My dad had 2 boys. His brother had 2 boys.
I just feel honored that, like, finally I'm the one that we're the one that bringing a baby girl into the world finally after over 100 years. It's amazing.
That is pretty cool. I'm stoked for the family, but they're not Pokemon cards. You don't need to catch them all.
It's very true. And I would be
Throwing that out
shocked
there.
if that's a Guinness record. It just seems like
108 years, yeah.
There's somebody's had to go 2 centuries. I mean, some
Sure.
bloodline out there, either all boys or something. I don't know. But you know what? Hey, congrats. Go get them, kids.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I've got. Let's do sports.
Let's do sports, shall we? Let's talk
man.
about the Minnesota Vikings and the fact that J.J. McCarthy,
Yeah.
in addition to having no offensive line help, also was on one ankle for the end of the game, apparently. Nothing like a little adrenaline to carry you through your second start. Walks up the field, and they're like, oh, it's a high ankle sprain. J.J. McCarthy's out for 2 to 4 weeks. Now, the team is saying he's definitely out this Sunday. That's all they're saying. And then, of course, the rumor is, now, I know this about high ankle sprains. They don't heal quickly. All I know is this. Carson Wentz will be starting for the Vikings against the Cincinnati Bengals this Sunday. Now, look, I'm not wishing anything but great success for Carson Wentz. However, this does set up an amazing Hollywood sort of storybook situation where Carson Wentz goes down, and who comes in but Gophers undrafted quarterback Max Brosmer leads the team deep into the playoffs. He Tom Brady's us all the way to the promised land. That's the screenplay I want to see.
Oh, my God. So Carson Wentz hasn't even started yet, and you're hoping for his injury.
I'm just hoping he doesn't know the plays. Something like that.
Okay. He just gets pulled. Doesn't get hurt, just gets pulled.
The Wild are set for training camp very, very shortly. They had one job, and they still haven't completed that, and that is to lock down Kaprizov to a new contract. God. The word on the street was that they offered him an 8-year, $128 million deal, the highest in NHL history, and he said, "Niet." We'll see what really happens. I mean, he's back in town. He was golfing over in Lake Elmo the other day, so he's on scene. If he doesn't want $128 million, that just means offer him more.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, it doesn't sound like that's the deal. It doesn't sound like it's a money thing. It sounds like it's a year thing. He doesn't want to be tied up for 8 years because I don't think he fully believes the Wild can win. He wants a shorter term, like 5 years, so that he can get paid again when he gets into his 30s. That's what I think it is. I don't know why the Wild wouldn't just do that.
Well, then do that.
Yeah. Do whatever he wants.
You know what? That's why they have banks, and you don't want to be the team that let him go. It's real simple.
And Craig Leopold's money. It's Craig Leopold's money, not our money. Like, spend it, man.
The Minnesota Twins. Listen to what I'm about to say.
Okay.
I'm not making this up. They beat the
17-0.
Yankees 7-0 last night at Target
I
Field.
thought they were
The
up
New
when
York
I,
Yankees.
Yes, they were up when I went to bed. I was curious.
Simeon Woods Richardson shut out the Yankees. 0 runs over 6 innings. This team, Yankees have just been jacking balls left, right, and center all season long.
Wow.
It was a hell of a performance with nothing on the line but pride.
That's right.
Twins pride, but whatever
I
it
know.
takes. I just, every now and again we beat the Yankees like that, and it's worth a note.
Not so
Delwood.
bad.
Delwood. What's up, Delwood?
Hi.
Come on.
How
How
much
much,
Delwood?
how much Del would a Del would Del? If Delwood could, Delwood would. What?
Yeah.
You heard me.
Oh,
You
man,
were on
you were
it
so
there.
close to making it.
I almost
Yeah, you
got
were
there.
on it.
Red leather, yellow leather. Okay. Got it. I'm
You
back.
were on it.
Did you make your bed when you left home this morning, Ryder?
Oh, hell no. There's somebody sleeping in it.
Right, I know. Paul?
Same.
Yeah, but so you don't even make your half of the bed like me? You're not a sociopath like
Wait,
me?
You do that?
I make up, I just get it all straight
What?
and walk away. I've been making my bed first thing for years. There's a lot of benefits to making your bed in the morning
my
first
God.
thing.
You're-
And there's one that I was apparently unaware of, but I'll share that with you right after this from Lenny Kravitz. Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. I've already made my bed today. I've made half the bed today.
How? Why?
Why? Yeah,
It's
why?
because there's just certain things. Always made the bed. I don't make the bed if I'm in a hotel. And I did
Okay.
spend a lot of my life in hotels
Yeah.
touring. But when I'm home and I get out of bed, I like to turn around before I've even gotten up and taken a leak. If I'm out of bed, if I know I'm not getting back in that bed, I like to see it made and done. And it just puts in my head like, okay, I've already done something. I'm already being productive.
This isn't like pet related. It's not so that animals don't all sneak
Not
into the
a
bed.
thing. No, I was
It's
doing this I did this in college. I mean, it
You
was
did
just like
this in college?
always a thing. I might forget to brush my teeth, but the bed's going to be made.
And do you tuck it all neatly, or do you just get the blanket over, or do you tuck it all in perfectly?
Corners?
They're already there. I mean, that's if they come out in the middle of the night, then yeah, I'm reapplying. But for the most part, I don't move a ton in my sleep. So we'll put it this way: when I am if I'm alone in the bed and I wake up, it's a very easy fix.
Okay.
How does that go? Oh, okay.
And so when when it's me and Rosemary, obviously, she'll get up and she won't think twice. She'll get up and walk out of the room and couldn't care less about the bed being made. She wants to just get, I'm like, no, there's certain things. I like to have everything put away all the time. Everything has a place. Every place has a thing. Let's just keep it straight because my brain is a hornet's nest. And if I'm in if everything is just sort of, I don't care if it's dusty. I just want it put away.
Yeah.
Like Rosemary's like, you don't clean, you straighten. And I'm like, yeah. That's right. I don't care if it's clean. It needs to be straight.
Yeah.
Anyway, all this to say, and I've seen things where they say making the bed in the morning. A lot of people come in with all these different reasons why it sets the rest of your day on a positive course.
Okay.
Okay. Again, you've accomplished something. You've already gotten up and you've said, okay, I'm on my way. I'm already doing things. The sun's not even up, and by God, I got I've done something productive.
Hell yeah.
See, I look at it a totally different way. I look at it as I got up. That's the thing I've done. That's the thing I've accomplished today. Is I got up.
Man, I mean, I appreciate.
Okay.
I'm envious. Trust me, I would love to turn down the home fires, as they call them.
Right.
But by the way, all this to say, it's National Make Your Bed Day. That's where this is all leading. Today is National Make Your Bed Day.
Well, now you tell me.
Most people, when discussing this, non-bed makers will admit that they're generally more unhappy in their lives than people who always, as a rule, make the bed.
Okay.
It's just, I'm telling you, man, just try it. Give me a month of making that bed when you get up first thing and see how you feel afterwards. There's also, the National Sleep Foundation says a made bed contributes to a healthier sleep habit and better rest because some people, you feel when you get into a bed that's made, it's just all the subconscious little green flags of here comes the Sleepy Town Express.
Absolutely.
It all flows through your central nervous system, and it's easier to fall asleep.
I do like getting into a bed that's made. I don't like making the bed, but I usually get to it by the afternoon just so I have that calming feeling at night.
All right. Well, that's better than nothing.
Okay. All right, so we're all in between. Like, you make the bed right away.
Yeah.
Ryder does eventually. I don't ever.
Well, okay. Well, maybe this will sway you.
Okay.
Apparently, bed makers enjoy a healthier and more reoccurring sex life.
Okay.
Game on.
That's right. Bed makers 3 times a week on average. Unbed makers 2 times a week on average. Now we're talking about adults after 30. I mean, we're not talking about people in their 20s. We're not going back to college age, as I first said. But yeah, no. I mean, you might think like, well, what's the difference between 2 and 3 times a week? Well, that's 50 times a year.
Yeah, that's a
50
lot.
50 times a year where you're knocking the nickels out of somebody special, and they're knocking yours out, and then you're feeling better. You want to get good sleep. Come on. There it is. Make the bed.
Yes.
Get some nickels knocking.
Discreetly send this to Mr. Ryder so that my bed gets made more and I don't have to do it. I'd very much appreciate it.
You know what? I'm your Huckleberry.
Thank you.
You got that made.
Game on.
Hey, we always hear stories about, Elton John. He never fully entered the Mike Tyson zone. The Mike Tyson zone, of course, the part where there was a time when anybody that ever said anything about Mike Tyson, you say, hey, did you hear that Mike Tyson, and whatever they said, you were like,
it's true.
Yeah, it's probably true.
Yeah.
Right? There's nothing you could say that in 1999 you wouldn't have believed about Mike Tyson.
True.
Elton John has flirted on that line a lot, but he's never fully gone into the Mike Tyson zone. But then again, he hadn't yet done what he just did with his old kneecaps.
What?
It's not a euphemism. He's got new knees, and wait till you hear what he did with his old knees. That's in 5 minutes and 2 songs. Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Elton John, Reg Dwight.
Oh, is that his name?
Reginald Dwight.
Okay. Yep.
Is there a last name? Just kidding.
Reginald Dwight.
Sounds like 2 first names.
Well, it does. Well, because they are. As does Elton John.
As does Paul Fletcher.
Wow.
Hey, take it easy,
Man.
one name lady.
Elton John has done a lot. He's gotten a lot of attention over the years. I saw him one time in a parking lot, and I audibly gasped.
Well, how could you not?
I mean, seriously,
He's Elton
like
John.
I walked out of a furniture store, and he was getting out of a Range Rover, but a super deluxe type of thing, and he was wearing a full length fur coat, of course. And I, in my early 30s or late 20s, went, and I was like, oh my God.
Did he hear you?
No.
Oh, okay.
He made me gasp.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh my God, there he is.
Yeah.
Lot of glasses, a lot of jewelry, a lot of cocaine, a lot of everything. We've all heard the stories. He's a man of mass consumption at all times.
Right.
Not surprising to think that he had a double knee replacement last year. He's been living a hard life.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing.
Yeah, he has.
My man's been wearing a lot of jewelry over the years, and Elton John has now had his kneecaps, parts of his old kneecaps that he replaced, turned into jewelry.
No.
He said, is there any chance you could keep these kneecaps and turn them into jewels? And, of course, when Elton John asks for anything, the answer is yes.
When I had my kneecaps removed, I asked my surgeon if I could keep the kneecaps. Then I rang you and said, if I gave you the left and the right kneecap, to do what you want with them. My surgeon said I had the worst knees he's ever operated on. That hole was actually in my kneecap. And then the other one is a brooch.
It's an incredibly difficult job to get the gold following the shape of something quite as...
Unusual?
Unusual, yes. Gold is about the only material you could do that in.
I honestly think these are timeless pieces that will last for centuries.
Oh, they will indeed last for centuries.
Wow. Okay. Well, so the original knees lasted a little over 75 years.
Yeah.
These now, for all times, can be appreciated. I would love to see the archaeologist in 3,000 years who's digging around in some futuristic hellhole, and he's like, oh, my God, these are Elton John's kneecaps. We've found them. We have found the kneecaps. Look, I get keeping, baby teeth. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Your kids lose the baby teeth. Rosemary has a little pill jar for each kid with baby teeth on them.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah, still has them.
That's
and I'm
kind of
like,
creepy.
It is.
Yeah,
I think so. Every now and again, I go, really? Still have those? Huh. You know, when we got married, we had yellow roses. She still has them. I mean, they're dried out, super dry. But I mean, the petals from those yellow roses at the wedding still has them. We like to keep things.
We held on to my wife's bouquet for a really long time.
See?
But they eventually were just disintegrated. But we didn't keep them.
Yeah, those are flowers that grew, but teeth, baby teeth, a little bit. But this is a whole different level.
No, this is just weird.
Is there any body part you would keep? I mean, fingernails included. Do you have a great fingernail you just held on to for any particular reason?
I'm going to start looking for one to keep.
That's right.
I had my tonsils removed in 4th grade, and I always thought they would make really cool Christmas ornaments.
Sure they would.
To hang on the tree.
But you didn't keep them, did you?
No, we didn't. I wish we would have, though. I wish we'd have kept them because they would have looked great on the tree.
Did you get ice cream?
No, I got Men at Work's Cargo on cassette.
Did that help ease the pain in your throat?
No, I mean, I think I probably got some icy or some slushy kind of stuff, but that was the get well gift that I will never forget.
Wow.
Cargo from Mom on cassette, yeah.
Fair enough. Down by the Sea, underrated Men at Work track. That final one on that first album. Come on. 651-989-ROCK. Anything you did with a body part you want to admit to? I mean, anything you're planning to do with a body part?
God.
I'm planning to. I got to get my shoulders back in shape, but I don't know that requires anything about for future generations to appreciate. No, it's just something to think about. What's the weirdest thing you ever did with a body part? 651-989-ROCK. Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Weirdest body part story. What have you got? 651-989-ROCK. Elton John had his kneecaps after they were replaced, turned into jewelry.
So weird.
Dave is in Como Park. Dave, good morning, brother. What have you got for us?
Good morning. Say, I got a time capsule for my boy, firstborn, and I saved his belly button. I put it in a Ziploc bag and I threw it in there.
Really?
Okay.
I'm not kidding you.
Is this umbilical cord or is this
Well, it was more just his belly button, yeah.
That little chunk that falls out after a few days, that thing?
That was
it.
Little nubby thing?
I threw it in a Ziploc bag and I threw it in his time capsule and he opened it when he was 18.
You didn't bury it somewhere and make it hard to find?
No.
You should have.
Did he immediately stick it in his navel to see if it still fit? That's what I would have done.
I'm pretty sure I was the only one that was laughing.
Okay. All right.
We're all laughing.
Everybody else was mortified. You were like, "This is great."
He's thinking it's like it's a.
Well, hell, you never know. It could cure cancer someday. Who knows?
That's true. Very good point.
Love
Thanks,
it, Dave. Love it.
Kid turns 18. He's like, I think my dad has some treasury bonds in there that have multiplied and matured. And
no, that's just your navel.
No, it's just my navel. Cool.
Yeah.
651-989 Rock. What are the texts?
Amy's
saying?
got a good one too, and the wording of it is interesting. My daughter's cat had her eyeball removed and still has it in a jar. Her daughter's cat. So the cat made the decision.
Well,
the
so
way it
this
sounds.
is an direct object grammatical thing, but yeah. So the cat. Well, that's a cat with an opposable
I'd
thumb.
save a
apparently.
cat's eye. Yeah.
Oh, sure you would.
Mm-hmm.
I had an eye removed and saved it. Sure, why not? You know, when I was a kid, I liked marbles. I'm sure it would have fit right in there. We had a cat named Marbles. Now that I think of it,
That's
go
perfect.
figure.
All comes around.
See, there's always a button. How about that double button after Dave's phone call? Yes, sir.
John said he had an impacted wisdom tooth taken out with just Novocaine once. Should have kept that, the 4 pieces of that.
Ooh.
Just
man.
Novocaine to have his impacted wisdom tooth taken out.
Just
tough
Novocaine
dude.
as opposed to what?
I think they sometimes knock you out.
I
or
had
something
my
like that.
impacted wisdom tooth taken, and it was a whole ordeal. They put you under with the gas and stuff like that.
Impact is a whole other animal.
Dude, I went 4 for 4 impacted. I didn't get knocked out.
Really?
Oh, really?
I was on Novocaine like to the ends of the earth. Oh yeah, I was wide awake, and then they gave me, for the first time in my life, I was given opioids. And for the first time in my life, I went to a college basketball game on opioids. Big mistake.
What was that?
Big
was
mistake.
the basketball purple?
Big mistake. And Dan Marley scored 48 for the Central Michigan Chips. I'm still pissed off at him. Hey, we got headlines in about 5 minutes and 2 songs. Gorman in the morning with Fletcher and Ryder, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. There's that feedback. It's like a scratch on an itch somewhere.
Oh.
Gotta have the feedback, baby.
Yeah.
Especially on a Tuesday. I mean, you gotta have everything you need. You know, Tuesday, it's the runt of the week. Let's not kid ourselves. Monday,
Sure.
we all know what Monday is. You bitch about it and complain.
Yeah.
Wednesday's hump day.
Yeah.
Thursday's just, thirsty
Friday
Thursdays when
Eve,
you start the weekend, and then Friday is the weekend. And
God,
what's
good
Tuesday?
point. Tuesday's the forgotten day.
The runt of the litter.
The overlooked. It's the Minnesota of the work week.
Yeah.
The overlooked, underappreciated.
But you know what? But the difference is when you get to Minnesota, you realize it's pretty great, and they like to keep the lid on it. Tuesday, other than Tuesdays Gone by Skinner, what does it have to recommend itself? Nothing.
That's true.
Been to
Yeah.
Ruby Tuesdays lately? Too much salt.
Yeah, okay.
All right, let's get to it. I'm feeling Minnesota, Paul Fletcher. Give me some headlines.
Is there a Ruby Tuesdays anymore? I don't know.
know.
The city of Falcon Heights made about $49,000 during its first year of charging people to going to the Minnesota State Fair, $25 a day to park. City Administrator Jack Linehan told KARE 11 back in August that the program was expected to help the city recover some of its expenses related to hosting the fair, including waste cleanup, portable restroom installations, etc. They were also seeking to reduce the number of people parking on their residential streets. So all in all, I mean, $25 a day, that close to the grounds, and them making money to recoup this stuff, sounds like it was a win-win.
Oh, heck yeah. I mean,
I like a win every now and then.
It's a good deal.
I'm all for it.
I love it. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says Washington and Beijing have finally reached the framework for a deal that could keep TikTok running in the U.S. The announcement comes just days before a deadline that might have shut it down nationwide. Bessent said the agreement balances national security concerns with fair treatment for Chinese investors, but he offered few details, especially on who would control TikTok's powerful algorithm. The app has been in legal limbo since 2024, when a law forced its Chinese owner, ByteDance, to sell to a U.S.-based company or face penalties. That law was upheld by the Supreme Court and has had strong bipartisan support over privacy and security concerns.
Just take me back 30 years, and I can look at someone and say, man, this whole TikTok ByteDance thing is getting crazy. And they'd be like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Try to explain that.
Yeah.
Yes.
ByteDance. Mark David Chapman, the guy who killed John Lennon in 1980, has been denied parole for the 14th time. Chapman expressed remorse for the crime, stating, quote, I knew what I was doing, and I knew it was evil. I knew it was wrong, but I wanted the fame so much that I was willing to give everything and take a human life. Chapman shot Lennon as he and Yoko Ono were returning to their apartment, with Lennon signing an autograph for Chapman earlier that day. A couple details, maybe you remember, maybe you don't. Chapman was arrested with a copy of J.D. Salinger's novel The Catcher in the Rye near the shooting scene. Chapman is currently serving a 20 years to life sentence at Green Haven Correctional Facility and will have his next parole hearing in February of 2027.
I remember every possible detail. Man, big, 15 years old. My guy getting shot like that, pretty tough time in the life of young Steve Gorman.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Not as tough as, John's life.
Right.
But, I'm just saying.
Yeah, a bit tougher go.
No, I remember it all very clearly. Whew, rough.
Yeah, absolutely. If you don't think you have enough Tom Brady in your life, you're in luck because TB12 will be joining Rob Gronkowski, Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey, and others in the upcoming Fanatics Flag Football Classic. The tournament will take place in Saudi Arabia in March and will be Brady's first football action since retiring 3 years ago. You'll also see Pete Carroll, Sean Payton, and Kyle Shanahan coaching 3 flag football teams filled with superstars.
I won't see any of it.
No?
I'm kind of bummed. I thought it was going to be just retired dudes, but it looks like they're throwing some active players in there,
I'm
too.
amazed that they're doing that.
Barkley.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. McCaffrey.
Please.
You don't want to watch some flag football?
Not there.
Oh, fair enough.
No, it's ridiculous. I don't watch Live Golf either.
Well, that's...
I'm sorry, man. How much money do you need, Tom?
Yeah. You're worried that money is going to corrupt him?
No, just
Okay.
it's not a him thing, it's a me thing. Vikings quarterback J.J. McCarthy did not have a great outing in start number 2, as we're all aware. He also, along with the loss and the many turnovers, he suffered a high ankle sprain, and he's done for a while.
Yeah.
The team announced he will not be playing this week, but when you hear high ankle sprain, you always assume it's at least 2 weeks. I don't think we'll see J.J. for a bit. Carson Wentz, who was signed on August 24th, which, looking at my calendar, is less than a month ago, will be your starter on Sunday against the Bengals, who will also be starting their backup quarterback, Jake Downing, after Joe Burrow was sacked repeatedly, as has been the case since he was drafted by the Bengals.
Pretty much.
Joe Burrow gets out of bed and someone hits him.
I'm guessing that's probably the case, huh?
Yeah,
it's a tough go in the bathroom.
Nobody that's played as many NFL games as Joe Burrow has been sacked anywhere near as many times as Joe Burrow.
Wow.
That's just a complete operational malfeasance from top to bottom. At least we don't have that going on. You can always look at the Vikings and you think, oh man, he's done. At least our quarterbacks aren't being maimed repeatedly every time.
It's amazing that you can put such a talented dude back there and not surround him with any talent on the line.
That's what they do. You know what it is? It's that chili. They're so obsessed with that chili in Cincinnati.
Okay, but it is pretty freaking good.
Oh, I love it. Man, what are you kidding? Over the noodles like that with the chopped onions?
I know.
Who gets time for an offensive
cheese.
line?
Yeah.
Give me some more
God.
5-way from Skyway.
Where is this train going?
The Minnesota Wild have yet to sign Kirill Kaprizov to a new contract. He was eligible as of July 1st. He's in the final year of his 5-year, $45 million deal. The team stepped up and said, how about 8 years, $128 million? And Kaprizov said, nah, I'm good, thanks. As you said earlier, Paul, he wants less time. He doesn't want 8 years.
He doesn't care. It doesn't matter about the money. He's going to get paid a bunch of money. He doesn't care how much it is, I don't think. Whether it's 100 or 120 or 140, he cares about term. He wants another contract after this one because I don't think he fully believes in the Wild.
Right. Give him what he wants. If you want to prove to him that you're ready to do whatever it takes, then give him whatever it takes.
Yep.
Start there. He's one of the best players in the league.
I don't know. I kind of think he wants to play in Chicago.
The Minnesota Twins beat the Yankees last night 7-0. It doesn't mean anything,
Wait.
but we don't get a chance to say that often, so I thought I'd say it. Let me do it again.
Yeah,
the
what?
Minnesota Twins beat the Yankees 7-0 last night.
Wow.
Simeon Woods Richardson,
Attaboy.
who has given up more than 3 runs at home only once all season, had his best start of the year pretty much. This is the Major League Baseball's highest scoring team, the New York Yankees. Simeon Woods Richardson went 6 innings, gave up 0 runs. This is the second time in 22 games the Yankees have not hit a home run. Think about that.
Really?
Only the second time in 22 games. So anyway, hell of a performance, dude. It means nothing, but it's nice to say.
It's nice to say. You
It
took
is to
down
say.
the evil
Really nice to
empire.
say. Yeah.
Just knowing that some Yankees fan somewhere was cursing at his TV
was
just
bummed?
fills my heart with glee.
Maybe single tier? Who knows?
Come on. Let's
Yeah.
hope.
Single tier tattoo?
Richfield. God knows we love you down there in Richfield.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Heck of an ice rink in Richfield, by
Is
the way.
that true?
Legendary, yeah.
With some really good water, too.
Oh.
The
Yeah.
best.
What?
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't either.
They
What?
get voted like the best water in the state, like constantly.
I'm just now
really?
finding this out.
Like
I had
the
no clue
municipal
either.
water is damn fine.
That's phenomenal.
Even
Yeah.
more reason to be alive and well in Richfield, Minnesota. All right, fair enough. Hey, I would imagine the members of Soul Asylum have been to Richfield a few times, so let's see what they have to say about it.
Yeah.
Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Would you guys say I have a friendly accent? What is my accent? Do I have an accent?
I feel like you're neutral.
You're fairly non-regional, but you have every now and then. I'd say the Kentucky comes out a little bit, but it's very subtle.
Well, I'm 2 beers away from a southern drawl. That's a fact. I mean,
True.
it's funny to say. It's also true.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm 6 hours away from talking like a northern Minnesotan.
Yeah.
I hang out with my cousins for a couple days, and it's like, oh my gosh, yeah, sure, it's just like it gets really thick.
I was just with family in Detroit over the weekend, and my brother. I have a brother who's 2 years older than me, and we sound exactly like, except for he still has pure Kentucky accent.
Oh, really?
But our voices are very similar. The timbre, the delivery, very similar. But it's always amazing when I see him. And we talk on the phone a lot. I don't notice it. But when we're in person, and especially in Detroit with all of our Michigan family, and they're saying things like, "Did you see the new car?" And I'm like, and I'm like, "What's a car?"
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't see the car. I saw a car, but anyway.
Yeah,
but then for Doug to show up and be like, "Hey, so what, are we gonna head over to Mary's house next? What's going on?" It's always funny to me. Like, it gets lost on me. We moved to Kentucky when we were kids, and he looked at Kentucky and said, "I can dominate this place." I looked at Kentucky and said, "Get me out of here." Yeah. So I think I never allowed the Kentucky to fully overtake the way I spoke. I don't know what my accent sounds like. Rosemary, I don't hear a southern accent in my wife, but everybody up here does.
Dude.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's really?
Super hard. Yes.
She hears that from a lot of people, and I'm completely like, wow, really? Because she's from Birmingham, lived in Atlanta for many years, then Nashville for many years, but compared to, again, everyone's got that family member that's way out there, and compared to people that we, the worlds we come from, like there are Alabama Priolas that you would be like, holy smokes, man.
Yeah.
Like it's southern.
Need the translator.
But you're telling me you can hear it in her voice.
Oh, and I couldn't pinpoint where in the South she's from because I'm just not that good with accents. But yeah, she is definitely from the South.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. And I'm 6 months in, still just very much looking forward to meeting her.
Has she said I got to go a year. We got to hit 12 months.
Yeah.
Hey, I understand that.
It's like me with babies. I won't hold them until they're a year old because their heads are going to fall off.
You know what? And on behalf of all young parents, thank you for being responsible.
You're welcome.
Our pets' heads are falling off.
Do you ever hear an accent and think about the fact that of all the things you might ascribe to an accent, is trustworthiness one of those? Do you ever think you can trust a person that sounds like that?
Yes.
Really?
As long as they're from the Midwest and not Chicago, but like from here.
Really?
Yeah. And it might just be that I'm naive and I trust most people, like, end of sentence.
Okay.
But yeah, if somebody's got that nice Midwest accent, I feel like I know these people, they're not going to screw me over.
Fair enough. Well, but I'm asking, there is new, let's just call it research, 14 different American accents trying to figure out which are the most and least trustworthy. And this process involved all sorts of internet search interest, friendliness, and professionalism of all the accents, along with the kind of people that are associated with those accents, blah, blah, blah. But it came up with a list of the least and most trustworthy accents. So off the top of your head, I'll just give you, here's some of the least trustworthy accents. And this is one I got a question. It says Florida accents. What is a Florida accent?
I have no clue.
It's this one right here.
Fat chance.
If anybody ever does that, don't trust them.
It's the sound of somebody trying to swindle you is what it is.
Okay, and then generally speaking, though, another one on the list is Southern accents. Well, maybe because I've spent so much of my life in the South, I'm completely like, you got to be kidding me.
I am calling...
You mean can't trust Southern?
Least trustworthy. The least trustworthy.
I'm calling utter BS on this because Ryder just said Midwest accents. Mm-hmm. I think a very proper Southern accent. It's incredibly trustworthy.
Yeah.
It's just smooth and kind. You know what I mean? So I don't understand this, right?
I don't know. Maybe it's too kind. Maybe it sounds disingenuous.
Could be too kind.
Being crafty.
The South, the South, they're nice, but they're not kind. There's a big difference.
Yeah.
There's but that again, but you said the educated, the exalted Southern accent. Think Shelby Foote, the historian. Well, the thing you have to understand about the Southern forces is when they came into and when it's calmly delivered and it's an educated thing.
Yeah, I'm taking that.
Atticus Finch, come on, he's going to win every trial he walks into. He's got it in the bag.
I'm taking that person's hand and following them wherever they go.
Yeah, remember, the devil lives in the South.
Not anymore. Not doing it anymore. Not according to this list.
No, they're on there. And then I'll just give you one more before we move on to the trustworthy New Jersey accents.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, of course.
Now, you can nitpick and say, well, what's the difference between that and New York? You just got to know. But yeah, anybody, and I have friends from New Jersey, and I still never leave my wallet out. It's just New Jersey is just come on, that's just what it is.
New York, New Jersey, either way, I wouldn't trust either of them as far as I can throw them.
The most trustworthy accents in the United States, I'll give them to you. You're going to be shocked. That's all I'm going to say. 651-989-ROCK. Let me get your guesses. I want to get you guys to tell me, what do you think the most trustworthy accents are? Gorman, in the morning, I remember hearing the Violent Femmes record right when it came out. A buddy of mine played it for me, and we were just astonished at these this little acoustic trio.
Sure.
And it was so viscerally jarring and raucous. And he said something I've never forgot. He goes, they play rock and roll like they invented it.
Oh, yeah.
My buddy Jeff said that. I was like, wow. And I've never, ever, and he probably read that somewhere, but he said it, and I heard it from his lips, and man, that makes sense.
There's some punk rock to them, too, even though it's...
Some.
Yeah.
Man,
Sorry,
I'm saying, there's plenty. You don't have to have an amp to be punk, baby.
That's right.
We're talking trustworthy accents in the United States. A study has come out, and this is just a completely bizarre. All right, so here we go. What would you say is a very... Ryder, you already said Midwestern.
Not Chicago, but us.
Sorry to bury the lead. Midwestern accents are on the list of the least trustworthy accents in the United States.
Seriously?
Yes.
You don't trust this guy?
Be great if you can find somebody to help me out here. I'm just going to sit down.
You don't trust him?
I don't know how you couldn't. Doesn't sound like he's smart enough to lead you anywhere bad.
The accent most linked to, quote, financial crimes is the Midwestern accent.
Is that
Not
Coen
New York?
Brothers junk?
That's it.
All because of the Coen Brothers.
It only took one movie to make everybody else in America. Let me tell you what the rest of America was thinking in the summer of 1996. Oh, my God, I'm never going up to the northern Midwest again. The upper Midwest is where all the Jerry Lundegaards are. No, thank you.
Going in the wood chipper.
It's just a movie, people.
Yeah, well, you're talking to a Southern man, okay? Relax.
Fair enough.
Gary Louris of the Jayhawks told me, I can't believe it. Everyone thinks we all talk like that now. And I was like, oh, what's that like? To be misrepresented by Hollywood for decades and decades and decades. Gee.
What about all the lions on Wall Street? Come on.
The most trustworthy accents. Anybody got a guess? What do you think made the list of most trustworthy?
I'm truly dumbfounded because I'm Southern. We said Midwestern. Those are my top two probably.
Number 3, Philadelphia.
What?
All right, you got to help me out. What the hell is a Philadelphia
That Mid-Atlantic. Oh, go Birds! Oh, we got to get over to that John. It's even more egregious than the Baltimore accent. And as a Baltimorean, I say that with love.
Okay. Is Philly like Pittsburgh, or are they different?
No. Oh my God, that's Venus and Mars, man.
Okay, I don't even know what a Philly accent does.
Polar opposite ends of the state and of the planet.
I think Philly. I just hear guys, bad mouthing an old lady Vikings fan. That's all I think of.
Well, that's what they do. They just sit around, and Philly's the place you're most likely to get punched in the mouth for just breathing.
Probably. Yeah, that makes sense.
Number 2, most trustworthy accent on this poll, Cajun accents. Did you not see Angel Heart?
I can get with that.
No.
Come on, Cajun.
Yeah.
Cajun accent.
Well, that's because you can't understand a word they're saying, so you assume they're being friendly.
Yes.
It's like, no, I don't want hot sauce in my beer. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Huh?
All right, here's your number 1 most trustworthy accent.
I have no idea what this is going to be.
You trust me when I say this is not true. I'm sorry. This is junk science.
What is it?
Boston.
Wait.
Number 1 most trustworthy accent.
The home of Whitey Bulger?
The only thing you can trust about a Boston accent is you can trust that the guy using it is a douchebag.
Now go out there and park the car and come over around there and give you a knuckle sandwich is what I'm going to do.
There it is.
Like, come on over here.
There it is.
What? Like, how is that?
Boston accent. Man, just chew some foil and spare me.
Such a junk right there.
Absolutely insane. I am going to share some information that just came across my desktop, if you will.
Okay.
And this is sad. Robert Redford died this morning.
Oh, no. Really?
89 years old at his home in Utah.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Wow.
Man, Robert Redford. That is like, come on, man. I go first and foremost. The first drive-in movie I ever saw was Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Oh, that's very cool.
And it was a double feature with the Heartbreak Kid, so it's even cooler. But Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid in a drive-through as a kid, the excitement of a drive-in movie theater was enough. But then to see that movie and Sundance, was there anyone ever cooler in movie history than Sundance?
Oh, hell
the
no.
answer is no.
No.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Don't get me started on All the President's Men. Only seen that 55 times.
3 Days of the Condor. When I kind of went through my cinema awakening and wanted to see cool films, I went back and watched that. It's brilliant. And you know what? I'll even say this: as an older guy, he was still a badass. He had a villain role in a couple of Marvel movies, and I know you roll your eyes at those, but this guy comes in and you crushed him. You instantly hated him, and he's on the screen for 7 minutes.
Man, Robert Redford, nice run, brother.
Wow, yeah.
Good run right there. We'll probably get back into that a little later. We do have other headlines to share. That's in 5 minutes and 2 songs. Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Good Tuesday morning. It is September the 16th. Hey, on the show today, probably worth noting, in about a half an hour, we're going to play a game and give away some Bert Kreischer tickets. How about that?
Oh, yeah, we are.
Come on, man. Who doesn't want to go see Bert Kreischer on Saturday night? That's coming up, WTF, in about 30 minutes. But right now, Paul Fletcher, as I am feeling Minnesota, headlines, please.
All right. As Xcel Energy seeks approval for a new round of rate increases, customers are they're angry, and they voiced their frustration at a public hearing Monday night, the first of 9 scheduled meetings where the public can weigh in on the proposal before the Minnesota Public Utilities Commission makes its decision to approve, deny, or modify the plan. Under the proposal, Xcel is asking for a 9.6% increase in 2025, followed by an additional 3.6% in 2026. All told, we're talking about a 2-year plan of 13.2% or $490 million.
Ooh.
That's insane.
I'm curious what the executive pay scale is over at Xcel Energy.
It's probably quite favorable.
I bet it is.
I'll sign off on this if it's going all to the lineman, right? Every dude in a bucket truck's going to get a raise. Okay, we'll figure it out.
It's exactly right.
We got a text from a great text from a listener that just said, if this was a small company that it was going towards the company, I would maybe kind of understand it.
Sure.
But have you seen the profits for Xcel Energy? They're doing okay. Anyway.
I'll take their word for it.
Yeah. Robert Redford, the longtime Hollywood icon, has passed away, as we just had talked about a bit ago, at his home in Sundance, the mountains of Utah, at the age of 89. He passed away in his sleep. No cause of death has yet been cited. He's an obvious icon with an endless number of films that I'd be hard-pressed to find anybody that hasn't seen something with him in it.
Sure. Ooh, yeah. Bob Redford.
Just oozes cool when he talks.
First film he ever directed, Ordinary People, and he won an Oscar. Ordinary People is still just, boy, it's a tough watch with, well, not truly, but we as far as we consider her, local icon Mary Tyler Moore as one of the most bitter, shrewy characters in film history. Going so against type in that movie is amazing. Oh, by the way, Quiz Show also. Don't sleep on the greatness of the movie Quiz Show. My man was directing some chestnuts.
I love some Quiz Show.
Yeah,
yes.
It's great. Top to bottom. Nice run, Robert Redford. Well done, sir.
Absolutely. Also the founder of Sundance Film Festival.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Rob Halford revealed that a duet of War Pigs with Ozzy will be released soon. Sharon Osbourne suggested the idea of Ozzy singing on Priest's cover of War Pigs. The new version is awaiting legal clearance and will feature Ozzy and Halford singing alternating lines. Halford describes the collaboration as colossal and a special moment in his career. No release date set just yet, but, quote, pretty soon.
Yeah, all right.
Noted.
I'll take a listen.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, why not? Sounds good. Sports now?
How about the Vikings? Good start to the season. Not so much great week in week 2. J.J. McCarthy was on the field without an offensive line, and wouldn't you know, he has a high ankle sprain as a result of that. To go along with all those turnovers, now he's limping. J.J. McCarthy will not be starting this Sunday against the Bengals. Carson Wentz coming home, if you will. This was his fan. This was the team he grew up a fan of from over there in North Dakota or South Dakota. I can't even remember where he's from. One of the Dakotas.
North Dakota, I'm pretty sure.
I think it was NDSU. He did his college career there.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Carson will be the starter. That means that Max Brosmer will be the backup, the undrafted Gophers QB from a year ago. Come on, Max.
Oh, man.
Put Max in there. Let him shine.
Yeah, I like that idea.
So we'll see. The McCarthy, the Vikings have said he's definitely not playing this week, but a high ankle sprain to me is 2 to 4 weeks, generally speaking. We shall see. The Wild have been they basically had one thing to do all summer, and that was, as soon as July 1st came and went, sign Kaprizov to an extension. They've yet to do that. The word on the street is they offered him 8 years, $128 million. That would have been the richest in league history.
Jeez.
And he said, "No, I'm good. Thanks. Appreciate the offer. Come back to me when you got something I can take seriously." According to our Wild insider Paul Fletcher, he's not looking for more money. He's looking for less years.
Well, and I stole that take from our friend Jesse Pierce. I want to give proper credit where credit's due, but I think she's right because you're offered the biggest contract in NHL history. I can't imagine he goes, "No, I need more." I think he's probably going to be satisfied with that. But I think what Jesse said is 5 years is what he probably wants. Something like a shorter term so he can capitalize once again when he's in his 30s.
Right. Well, just whatever he asks for, just say yes. Here you go.
Just do it. We're Minnesota. Let's stop losing players. Let's just keep them.
The Minnesota Twins beat the Yankees last night 7-0.
Wow.
Wait,
how about that?
The Twins beat the
They
Yankees?
beat the Yankees 7-0.
Damn.
Wow. I mean,
speechless.
Always feels good.
It does feel good.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. But let's talk about Twins. Let's talk about a quick Twins moment from years past. Let's see, 32 years ago, on this day in 1993. That's 32 years. Good Lord.
Yes.
Dave Winfield, local legend, finishing his career as a member of the Twins organization in the Metrodome, got the 3,000th hit of his Hall of Fame career.
Wow.
Off of fellow Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley. I guarantee you someone listening was at that game. If you saw Dave Winfield get his 3,000th hit off of Dennis Eckersley, well, then good for you.
Yeah,
when you see two Hall of Famers do something on the same play in baseball. I saw Cal Ripken hit a home run off Nolan Ryan.
Oh,
and the ball was
that's
still in the
very
air,
cool.
and I was like, awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, so I guarantee you, as Winfield was running towards first, people were like, holy crap, look what we just saw.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's just they were blown away that they saw a hit off Eckersley is what they were blown away by.
It also is worth mentioning, just because I will always find this to be the coolest thing ever. Dave Winfield was drafted by 4 teams in 3 different sports.
Yeah.
The San Diego Padres,
Okay.
the Atlanta Hawks of the NBA,
Yes.
the Utah Stars of the ABA, and yes, the Minnesota Vikings all drafted Dave Winfield out of the University of Minnesota.
No way.
The man could do it all.
Our guy Joe Mauer could do it all as well. There's something about growing up in St. Paul apparently that makes you an incredibly well-rounded athlete.
Was he drafted in all the various sports, or was he just playing them at a certain point?
I know that Joe was drafted in the NFL. I'm pretty sure he was drafted in the NFL.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah, he was a hell of a quarterback for Cretin-Durham Hall.
Fair enough. Oak Park Heights. Glad to have you with us this morning, Oak Park Heights.
Damn straight.
Damn straight.
You
know what to do.
Hi there.
You know what to do. They weren't grunge.
Just do it.
They weren't jam band. They weren't any of the things that defined the 90s when you look back. They were just a pretty good rock and roll band at the end of the day.
Yeah, rock and roll band.
Yeah, go figure. Stone Temple Pilots. Gorman in the morning. Now, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. For some reason, I wanted to say Gorman in the morning. I don't know why. It's just one of those things.
I think we need to find some sort of a German holiday where you just speak in that accent the entire show.
That'd be fine. We
I
can just
would
call
love
it.
that.
We can call it today. Well,
Yeah.
it's too late to start the day with this.
Yeah.
But next Tuesday we can just go
Sure.
full Bavarian Wonderland.
Yeah, Oktoberfest is right around the corner.
There we go.
Well,
Get some pretzels and beer.
No, Oktoberfest starts in September
I
in
know.
Germany. So
That's
yeah,
right.
let's
That is
go.
right around the corner. What are you talking? Yeah.
We're on the corner.
We're on the corner.
It's on the corner of good times and pork knuckles.
Well, since Tuesday's such an overlooked day,
See?
let's just start making Tuesdays Bavaria Day.
Elton John, in sunnier news, Elton John is still with us, and he's still sporting some wonderful jewelry. Elton John had both of his knees replaced recently. Both of them.
Okay.
And he asked the surgeon, could I keep those? Because he wanted to make jewelry out of his old, decrepit, no longer working knees.
Only
Okay.
Elton John.
Okay.
Man.
Hey, how do you flex? How do you say you have a whole bunch of money, more money than you know what to do with, without saying, I have more money than I know what to do with?
You know.
Well, I think they give you the kneecaps for free.
You know the
jewelry made out of them.
Elton's song "The Bitch Is Back" is about him, right? It's about him, and so you could say he's truly got the bee's knees in his jewelry.
Oh,
how about that? See that? There's a little walk around the garden to come back and bring it all back home.
Did we ditch the slow rim shot?
That was worthy of a full speed rim shot.
Okay.
Yeah, damn straight it was. Hey, Bert Kreischer, speaking of bees, Big Bert, BertBert.com, BertBert.com. He's going to be at the Grand Casino Arena Saturday night.
Good wow. I knew you'd get there.
The real life pause right there. The Grand Casino Arena in St. Paul, Bert Kreischer. There are very few tickets remaining, but we have a couple of them right here on the table, and we're going to give some of these bad boys away. We've got a game we call WTF, Wisconsin, Texas, Florida. It's Riders Edition, and we're giving away Bert tickets in 5 minutes and 2 songs. Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. It's time to give stuff away and play a game all at once. How about that? We're going to play WTF, which normally stands for what the... But today it stands for Wisconsin, Texas, Florida. A little something we do every Tuesday around here. This is Riders Edition of Wisconsin, Texas, Florida.
Fun.
Ryder's going to share 3 news stories with us, and then we all get to decide which of those 3 states did these news stories come from.
Okay.
We're not going to necessarily go one from each. It could all be 3 stories from the same state, but the answer in all 3 cases is either Wisconsin, Texas, or Florida. And after we hear them, we will we'll wait and see if somebody can phone in and get the answers right. The first person who calls in and has them all right will win Bert Kreischer tickets. Ryder, what have I forgotten to say?
I think I made it really tough this week, but they are Bert Kreischer tickets. So pay close attention, and here we go. Here's the first story. It's some monkey business.
The zoo director calls her stupid and lucky. ABC7 has obtained footage of a local woman who trespassed into this spider monkey enclosure at the zoo yesterday.
ABC7's Rachel Phillips visited the enclosure today and spoke with a zookeeper.
That's right, Kate and JC. From what we can tell, the girl actually climbed over this fence, through the bush, and then waded through the water all the way over to the monkeys. It's about 3 to 4 feet deep, this water, and the zookeepers tell us that it put both herself and the monkeys in danger.
Okay, this is video of her getting into the enclosure.
How dangerous is what that girl did?
It's extremely dangerous. I mean, these are primates we're talking about here, so they can do some substantial damage to you. They have large canines. They're stronger than they look. They may be small monkeys, but they are extremely strong. They could take you to the ground if they wanted to.
Mason Kleist, a zookeeper at the zoo, told me even they don't go into the enclosures. But the girl didn't just put herself in harm's way. She also endangered Libby and Sunday, the spider monkeys, by feeding them. The monkeys have a specialized diet, so her feeding them could cause stomach aches and bowel disruptions. Monkeying around and invading their home has put a strain on the zookeepers and monkeys' relationship.
It's not a circus. You know, they're not here to do tricks for you, and it makes me mad. It makes a lot of people mad. I know it's been a tough day.
Reporting from the zoo, Rachel Phillips, ABC7.
It was later discovered she fed them hot Cheetos.
Oh,
Takis? Like hot Takis?
Yes,
I wouldn't give those to Chauncey. I can only imagine what a spider monkey system would think of that. Holy crap. And again, what's with the Aussie news reporter?
I don't know, but I guarantee this story is from either Wisconsin, Texas, or Florida, so she must be a transplant.
Maybe it was an ABC affiliate and it had a little ABC exchange program with the Australian Broadcasting Company.
That checks out.
And down in Australia, there's a woman down there saying, and now we've got a problem with koala bears. And people in Australia are going, what the hell's going on with that? We'll see. All right, that's a good one. I like that one so far.
All right, here we go. We got some pregnancy brain right here.
Thursday night, the drive-thru at this McDonald's. Detectives say when 22-year-old Tianis Jones got the wrong order, her frustration exploded into frenzy.
They have it ready, but because it was a special order, they confused some things, and they asked her, pull up to window 3. We'll fix it for you really quick. Well, she got McMad.
And stormed inside, her temper getting hotter and hotter by the second until she called 911.
I'm at McDonald's. I'm 5 months pregnant. These people don't know how to run a McDonald's. Come on. I want my money. They trying to treat me out my money. I want my money.
The sheriff says Jones' sister tried to get her to chill. Nope.
Nope.
Employees offered to reimburse her. Didn't work. She flipped out even more.
I don't know what was wrong with her that night. I don't know if she was like 2 fries short of a Happy Meal.
This guy's
or maybe
full of
it was
them.
she was short of the Happy Meal completely.
Yeah.
But she created a McMess. And she acted like a McNut.
Instead of
That's
leaving
3.
with one from the restaurant, as a grand finale, she whipped up a little shake of her own.
She pulls her shirt up. There you go. There's a little twerk on the way out the door.
Little twerk on the way out the door.
Is that guy? Are they holding auditions for the next Dr. Phil? What's with all the little witticisms? All his little witticisms.
He's a sheriff in whatever state.
Yeah, I
so there
know,
you
but
go.
he's a fan. All right,
Thinking
all right.
the exact same thing.
I'm
Man.
sided with the pregnant woman. I understand being hangry. So just there we go.
There you go. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and here is the coolest Nana ever.
Monday, she got the big one, 12 feet long, 580 pounds, at their family ranch along the river.
One shot in the head, and he just went under. Typically, they'll do what they call a death roll and just roll over and over and over. Well, this one didn't.
The gator could be responsible for a missing animal from the ranch.
3 years ago, we came up missing a miniature horse, and they're about so big, about like a big lab.
County is one of a few core counties where you can only kill a gator 20 days of the year. It must be baited and caught first. The Parks and Wildlife window is open now. The gator is now at the local taxidermist, where its head and tail will be mounted. The body she'll have made into boots. The mayor and grandma can add one more title to her resume, Gator Hunter. And the moral of the story?
I said, don't mess with Nana.
Don't mess with Nana.
Man, hell no, you don't mess with Nana.
No.
Right on.
Yeah, you can't mess with Nana.
Nice, Nana. Okay. All right.
Wow, I am so confuzzled right now.
I like that one.
I told you guys it was going to be tough this week.
Yeah,
That's
you're not
a really
messing
good
around.
one. You know, remember that there's a guy, a pitcher for a lot of teams for years in the majors named Jake Peavy. Does that name ring a bell?
Yep.
Oh, vaguely.
Won a series or two with the San Francisco Giants, I know. Okay, long story short, he's from Mobile, Alabama, had a giant ranch in the middle of the state of Alabama. And when I was doing sports talk radio, a friend, a mutual, blah, 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 I don't even remember how, we just ended up going to this guy's ranch for a big
cool.
post-World Series blow-up party once.
Yes.
And he had a to-scale Fenway Park built on his land.
Okay.
I mean, think about that. Not the bleachers and the stadiums, but he had the field with the green monster and the whole thing, right?
Are you serious?
That's awesome.
And had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of acres. And real quick, his wife was this delightful, just the sweetest little Southern belle you ever saw. And she rolled up to the campfire on a giant four-wheeler with a rifle and was like, "Jake, I just shot 2 more gators. Come help me pull them out of the." I'm like, wait, what? I'm sorry.
What?
Yeah, exactly. And I guarantee you, 40 years now, she's going to be one of those gator shooting nanas.
Yeah.
They start early is my point.
Yeah.
All right,
1,000%.
651-989-ROCK. Do you think you know the answers? Where did these 3 stories take place? First caller to get them right has got Bert Kreischer tickets. Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. All right, Wisconsin, Texas, Florida. We've heard the 3 stories.
Yep.
And we've got Kathy from Forest Lake on the horn, who apparently has the answers dialed in. So very well done, Kathy. Let's have a quick recap, Ryder, of our stories.
Okay, Kathy has cracked the code. So first one, a woman jumps in with the spider monkeys at the zoo and feeds them flaming hot Cheetos.
Okay.
Who knows what state this is
It's an
from?
Australian newscaster.
That's true.
And I've been there, and they love nothing more than to sit around and drink, so I'm going to say Wisconsin. She's an exchange student on purpose to the land of the Scotty beer swill. I'm going Wisconsin.
All right. There's so much lunacy in this story. We're at spider monkeys at the zoo, feeding them Cheetos, and we have an inexplicable Aussie accent. The only thing that can explain all of this lunacy is Florida.
Kathy, give him the bad news.
Oh, boy.
The answer is Texas.
Oh.
Skunk for both of you. Okay.
Really? Okay.
All right, now I'm in trouble.
All right, pregnant woman getting McMad at the McDonald's. Steve, what you got?
I'm going to repeat myself. I'm going Wisconsin again.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. First off, I did some rider profiling to arrive at my decisions.
Yep.
And that was, I thought she would have one of each state because I just feel like that's her MO. That's her deal.
I literally haven't done that in 6 or 7 weeks, but good try, bud.
Damn it.
Wow.
Okay, well, there goes that. All right, well, you know what? The Dr. Phil accent made me think Texas, but I inevitably arrived at Wisconsin.
Kathy, give him the bad news again.
The answer is Florida.
All right,
County.
Come on, Kathy.
I
was gonna
think
say Texas,
Chief
so.
Grady Judd or Sheriff Grady Judd is kind of famous. We'll see.
Okay,
Internet
all right.
famous. Okay, final one. Grandma taking down the gator.
Grandma Gator. I don't want to overthink it. It's a gator, and they call her Nana, so that's a southern situation. I'm going to say Florida.
And see, to me, I thought the alligator was a red herring, making us think, of course, that it's Florida, and so I said Texas. But I have no idea at this point.
Kathy?
The answer is Texas.
Oh.
There you go.
I got
Wow.
one. Yay.
Nice.
I believe that's my first Ofer.
Yeah, that might be, but Kathy's going to see Bert Kreischer.
Right
That's all
on,
that really
Kathy.
matters. Yeah,
Nice
that's
job.
all that really matters.
Kathy from Forest Lake showing us how it's done. Well played, dear. Congratulations. All right. That was a really good round. You're right. Ryder said this is going to mess you up, and it did.
It was. It was very difficult.
Excellent. All right, we got headlines coming up. 5 minutes, 2 songs. Gorman in the morning. Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Good Tuesday morning. It is September the 16th. That means it is 45 years to the day since I became an uncle.
Oh, congratulations.
How about that?
Which nephew is this?
Sean Michael Gorman,
There we
the
go.
number one
Wow.
of the 17 or 18 of my family. You know, my kids are number 16 and 17. There's another one, so there's 18 nephews and nieces in the Gorman clan.
Yeah, wow.
And that all started on this day, September 16th, 1980. Sean was born to my oldest brother, Bob. I was 15 years old, and a dude at my school who I couldn't even stand told me the news.
No.
Wow.
Because
What?
he heard, so my older brother went into I guess for some reason, had a reason to call home, and my mom had just gotten the news.
Yeah.
Said, oh, honey, my brother Bob's wife's named Bunny. She goes, Bunny had a baby. It's a boy, Sean. Everything's good. And he goes, oh, man. And Doug hung up the phone and looked to the person next to him and said, oh, man, I'm an uncle. My brother just had a baby. And that guy walked over to me and said, hey, your brother had a baby. And I'm like, of all the people to tell me.
That jerk.
One of my nemeses in high school.
Oh, no.
But anyway, happy
I
birthday,
hope you
Sean.
didn't hold it against Sean.
No, not at all.
Okay,
Lovely
good.
lad.
It's not Sean's fault.
He lives in upstate New York, and I would imagine he's probably somewhere with a fishing pole in his hand right now.
Good for him.
Born in South Carolina, moved to New York, and both places he just has a rod and a reel at all times.
Yeah. Bring him here. He'll fit right in.
Oh no, trust me.
He should live here.
He would be right at home. I'm feeling Minnesota.
Okay.
Paul Fletcher. Therefore, throw me some headlines.
All right, let's do that, shall we? Let me see here if I can get this thing to click. There we go. No, that's not what I want. Sorry. The city of Falcon Heights made about $49,000 during their first year of charging people going to the Minnesota State Fair $25 a day to park. City Administrator Jack Linehan told KARE 11 back in August that the program was expected to help the city recover some of its expenses related to hosting the fair, including waste cleanup and portable restroom installations. They were also seeking to reduce the number of people parking, quite frankly, on their residential neighborhood streets. $25 a day to park that close to the fair. They made $49,000 to help cover some costs. Win-win, baby.
Yeah, bargain.
Nice work.
Bargain.
Yeah.
I love it when a plan comes together. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says Washington and Beijing have finally reached the framework for a deal that could keep TikTok running in the United States.
Oh, sorry, I don't have a TikTok account.
The announcement comes just days before a deadline that might have shut it down nationwide. Bessent said the agreement balances national security concerns with fair treatment for Chinese investors, but he offered few details, especially on who would control TikTok's powerful algorithm.
I mean, I'm still watching TikTok videos 3 or 4 weeks after they go viral on
Yeah.
Instagram, like every other millennial, but I am excited because it means we'll get more of this action.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
There's a lot of that on TikTok.
There's a lot of green flags in the TikTok ledger.
1,000%. Robert Redford, the longtime Hollywood icon, has passed away. Did so in his sleep at his home in the mountains of Utah, which was said to be his favorite place to be. No cause of death has been given. He was 89 years old. Redford certainly revered as an Oscar-winning actor, but also quite a run as a director. He was also the founder of the Sundance Film Festival. So there you go. Robert Redford. I mean, Butch Cassidy, Out of Africa, The Natural, 3 Days of the Condor.
Tremendous run, both as a actor, director, and producer. And then the Wildlife Defense Fund. I mean, the whole thing, he's a big man's protecting Mother Earth, doing a lot of good things in his life.
100%.
For sure.
If you don't think you've got enough Tom Brady in your life, well, you're in luck, because TB12 will be joining Rob Gronkowski, Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey, and others in the upcoming Fanatics Flag Football Classic. The tournament will take place in Saudi Arabia in March, and it'll be Brady's first football action since retiring 3 years ago. What do you think? You guys in on this?
I just couldn't possibly care less.
No?
I just don't care.
I thought they were just going to do retired players in this flag football game. I was looking forward to seeing the pride of Detroit Lions, Calvin Johnson, or even Barry Sanders.
That would have been awesome.
But they're
give me
throwing
that.
in Saquon Barkley and Christian McCaffrey. I mean, they're still playing. You can still see them play real football, I believe.
That's a fact. And you can see him play real football here in the States with stakes.
Yes.
Who cares?
Wasn't Adrian Peterson's injury at the Pro Bowl, wasn't that one of the precipices of changing a lot of protocols because he got injured playing in the sandbox or whatever? I can't believe that they're letting Saquon Barkley and whoever else go and play in this. It's shocking to me.
I don't remember that. I remember there was another running back blew his leg out in the sand at the Pro Bowl. I didn't remember AP.
Maybe it wasn't AP. Maybe it was somebody else. But I feel like that was what changed. That person that blew out their knee in the sand changed a lot of things on how the NFL goes about its business. And so I'm kind of shocked that these current players are going to be able to go play in this.
Well, the guy I'm thinking of, Robert Edwards. He played at University of Georgia.
Yes,
Robert Edwards.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, not AP.
He blew it out so badly they almost amputated his leg. That's a true story.
Yuck.
Yeah, he twisted it. There was a severed artery, damaged all 4 ligaments, and major nerve damage, and it was going back and forth for days on whether it would be worth even trying to save his leg. And for the record, the man came back and played again in the NFL. Was not very effective, but he did get back onto the field.
That's
wow.
How about that?
Impressive determination, nonetheless.
Yeah. I learned long ago, I don't do anything in the sand except just walk to your towel and sit down. Golly.
Not wrong there.
Yeah, there's
Very
a
smart.
lot of ankle and knee twists happening in the sand when you least expect it.
I think you could roast a marshmallow in the sand. That's safe.
Speaking of ankle twists, it wasn't in the sand, but it was on the field at the U.S. Bank Stadium. J.J. McCarthy, in addition to a host of turnovers and a really, really moribund start, he also has a high ankle injury. In the third quarter, there was a moment when he got sacked and he went down, he dropped the ball, and his ankle rolled, and he jumped right up, and the adrenaline carried him through the game. But once the game ended and he settled down, a high ankle sprain means he's going to miss probably at least 2 starts. He's 100% out for this week, which means Carson Wentz is catching himself up with how to play in the NFL real fast.
Wow.
That's your starter on Sunday against the Cincinnati Bengals. And then they leave the country for a couple weeks. That's got to kill JJ to be like over in Ireland and England and probably not playing. Man, that's a drag for him. Real quick, last night, if anybody tuned into Monday Night Football, in the opening game of the night, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Texans with a last-minute drive. Baker Mayfield engineered a wonderful touchdown drive.
Okay.
Since Baker Mayfield joined Tampa Bay, he leads the NFL in passing touchdowns.
Wow.
He has the most passing touchdowns in the fourth quarter since joining Tampa Bay. He has 12 fourth quarter comebacks in his career. Baker Mayfield... and everyone talks about what an amazing comeback it was. The greatest thing ever is that the comeback was from simply playing in Cleveland. That is
right.
That's just always hilarious to me.
The new cardiac kid.
Didn't see it coming that he was going to be such a great quarterback.
No.
But he's a hell of a player.
Resilient. He's easy to root for, too, the way he plays the game.
The Wild need to get busy by signing Kaprizov to a new contract. They've had since July 1st. It hasn't happened. Long story short, apparently, he has turned down their first offer, 8 years, $128 million. That would have been the biggest contract in NHL history. Word on the street is he wants less years. He doesn't care about the money as much as he doesn't want to lock himself in for 8 years for a team that he probably justifiably has concerns over their commitment to truly building a winner.
The only thing confusing about that, as we've been talking through it this morning, is we have so much young talent here.
Yeah.
There's a nice young core with the Wild. So I don't, you know what? I don't know what the hell's going on. Let's just get him signed. How about that?
Start there, sign everybody else. Spend way more money than you need to. Let's get a winner.
Sure.
Whatever you got to do, get him.
Call the People at Grand Casino, they just bought the building rights.
Yeah,
Say,
sure.
Hey, help us out here.
They got a few shekels laying around.
Throw the dude a handful of poker chips or something. Come on. Let's get him locked in. The Twins beat the Yankees last night 7-0. That's the first time the Twins have shut out the Yankees since 2008.
No.
I thought for sure you were going to say 1928.
That is brutal.
2008 was a long time ago.
That's a long time ago.
Really
That's a lot of baseball
ago.
games to not get a shutout. But Simeon Woods Richardson was on the hill for that. Had a wonderful start. 7-0 victory. Well done right there. How about this? How about Bethel, Minnesota? Taking a moment to say good morning, Bethel.
Hi, Bethel.
Yes.
Don't look Bethel, as they used to say.
It's very calm in Bethel, Minnesota.
Sorry, that was don't look Ethel. Whole different reference point.
Still don't get
Bethel
it.
I know. You don't get it at all. You don't want to know.
Okay,
just don't Google don't look Ethel no matter what you do.
Ethel and Bethel.
I'll never be as
stop
cool.
myself now.
There it goes. All right. How about we just move on then? How about instead of enjoying the music, we enjoy some silence? I mean, that's
see
what
what
the
you did there.
song's called.
Yeah,
See what I did there?
Clever.
Gorman in the morning on Minnesota's 92 KQRS. I never saw Depeche Mode live, but everybody I know that ever did said they were phenomenal live. Like it's a real event and an experience every time.
Yeah.
And if you, like me, never saw them, Depeche Mode M is a film that will be released soon in regular cinemas as well as IMAX. It was aired at the Tribeca Film Festival this year. It's a live concert filmed in Mexico City during 3 nights at a stadium in 2023's Memento Mori tour. Apparently, it's just an absolutely outstanding film. Again, I was Depeche Mode. I heard those. I never owned a record in my life. I'd hear them on the radio. I'd hear the songs. I had friends that were obsessed with them. I'd be like, yeah, it sounds cool.
Same.
Never thought to see them. But now, because someone took the time to film them, maybe I'll go see them out, check them out in IMAX.
Next best thing.
Yeah.
See them in IMAX.
Go figure. All right. Well, that's something to look forward to in October.
Hey, so I'm curious. Do you know where Tom Petty got his inspiration to jump into music? Do you know where it started for him?
Yes.
You do?
Can I tap in on this one too?
What do you got, Ryder?
Did he go see Elvis, like record a movie or something?
That's what
like
I was
that?
going to say. That's what I was going to say,
Fletcher?
Paul.
Do you guys have any guess on how old he was?
12.
8.
He was 11 years old when he met Elvis Presley, who was filming a movie nearby in Ocala, Florida.
Yeah.
Okay, did either of you two smarty pants know that the Beatles on Ed Sullivan solidified his desire?
Yeah, well, everybody.
I mean, him
in that,
and everyone
at that age.
else.
Come on.
Okay, well,
Speaking of the Beatles,
Boom, there
all
we
right,
go.
we just heard Bob Dylan. George Harrison gets this crazy idea. He wants to play some music with some friends. So he called Bob Dylan and said, you want to do something? And who else should we call? And then, of course, Bob goes, let's call Tom Petty. He sings and talks kind of like I do. Yeah. And George goes, all right, let's do it. What are we going to call ourselves? And that, my friends, is where the Traveling Wilburys came from.
Hell yeah.
Okay, here's the last word for today's show.
Okay.
There could be history made Sunday at U.S. Bank Stadium. Now, if you're fretting the fact that J.J. McCarthy won't be starting and Carson Wentz will, that's okay, because here's great news, okay? Carson Wentz with the start on Sunday. Let's go back really quickly. 2020, he started at least one game for the Eagles. 21, at least one for the Colts. 22, the Commanders. 23, the Rams. 24, the Chiefs. No quarterback in NFL history has started 6 straight seasons for 6 separate teams.
Wow.
Really?
So history is on the table. Is that a good sign that he's been on 6 teams in 6 years? I can't quite make sure. I think it's a great sign.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'm
Let's
with
do
ya.
it. All right, Carson, let's go.
Yeah.
Woo, there's your
I was
last
going to
word.
say completely the opposite. But
Okay, that's fine, Mr. Cynic.
6 teams in 6 years? Yeah, I don't know how to find another way.
Tomorrow on Gorman in the Morning,
Holy moly.
Mike Mills is going to join the show. Mike Mills playing in town tomorrow night with the Baseball Project. You know him better as the bassist and founding member of REM.
Oh, yeah.
Also a member of a new, about to be announced rock and roll band.
Oh, what? Who could
Triumphant?
that possibly be?
Mike and a couple of cool dudes have a new band. He'll be
Okay.
on the show with us tomorrow morning.
Okay.
I'll find the answer on the internet, I'm
Also,
sure.
we're going to
Can't
play
wait.
a little game called Beat the Jock for Bert Kreischer
Of course we
tickets.
are. Why
Hell yeah,
wouldn't
we are.
Yeah, of course we are.
Oh, and by the way, normally he joins us on Thursday, but Sam Ekstrom, Vikings Insider, will join us tomorrow to discuss Carson Wentz, the greatness that is that awaits us all. That's all tomorrow. Fletcher, what's coming up next?
Day Early Sam, we call him. What's coming up next is a whole lot of music. Check it out. We had a client jump in, and they're called Viant. It rhymes with client, and thanks to them, we're going to get a whole bunch of commercial freedom between 10 and 3. So it's going to be a lot more music than you're used to. Buckle up, friends.
I like music. You like music. Ryder likes music. Well, then we all have a plan. Thank you for that. Keep it right here on Minnesota's 92 KQRS.